Welcome to Points of Light. Today I'm going to take you through a tour of our book selection here, which is all hand-picked, some of the best books that we've been able to find on crystals and crystal healing. So we'll start over here. Since we specialize in quartz, we also have looked for the best books we can find on quartz and all of its different healing modalities. This is one called Crystal Clear, a guide to quartz crystal, which is actually quite excellent. There's also a new wave of books from Findhorn Press that are by Michael Geinger, who's a German man who's done some of the best work on crystal healing in the last 10 or 12 years. There's this book called Healing Crystals, which is like a pocket guide, a quick reference, which is actually quite good. There's Gem Water, which is a book about making gem water or gem essences out of gemstones. And then Purifying Crystals, which is a question a lot of people ask us, how do you purify your crystals? So this goes into kind of in-depth answering all of those questions. Then we have one of my personal favorites, which is Crystal Power, Crystal Healing by Michael Geinger. It's got about 100 crystals that are the most widely used and have history of healing qualities, and it's very excellent, as well as having a lot of information about historical references and things like that to crystal healing. This is also an excellent one of the few guides that talks about a lot of physical uses for gems and minerals and crystals in essence form or wearing them or a lot of different applications. It's more like a holistic guide. Then we have, this also is a unique work. It's called Healing Stones for the Vital Organs, and it has crystals and correlates them to traditional Chinese medicine and is very excellent. And there's also Crystal Massage for Health and Healing that is very in-depth and very descriptive with pictures and diagrams and ways to use them hands-on. And similarly, Crystal Balance is a step-to-step guide to beauty and health through crystal massage. And these are, very much a cut above things that you would find that are just more sensational. They're actually coming from a therapeutic model and very grounded and pretty much the best thing that we know of on the market for hands-on crystal healing. This is also a unique work that's come back into print called Crystal Power, Mythology and History, and it's one of the few books in print that actually really talks about the history of crystal healing from Egypt and Sumeria all the way on to the modern day, and it's a very excellent perspective on the history of crystal healing. Then we have Judy Hall's books, who is the author of the Crystal Bible, which is one of the most popular crystal healing books. But she has others that are not so well known. This Encyclopedia of Crystals is actually quite excellent and a great companion to the Crystal Bible series, as well as the Crystal Zodiac and Crystal Prescriptions by Judy Hall, which, similar to the Healing Crystal First Aid Manual by Michael Geinger, has a lot of very practical, physical, everyday correlations in a very easy-to-use manner, and it's quite comprehensive. Also, for those who might not know, the Crystal Bible 2 is out, which is a companion to the first one with all new, about 200 additional healing stones. And then we have two others by her, Crystal Healing and Crystal Experience, which is basically like a workshop in a book. So all of these, very popular author, very visually oriented, so a good reference for people just getting into crystals. We also have Gemstone Reflexology, which is a book that only uses 7 different gemstone wands, which we actually also carry here as a set of the book and the set of wands together, but it has absolute how-tos on gemstone reflexology. Excellent work as well. Then we come down here, we have Edgar Casey's writings on crystal healing. We also have this very in-depth crystal wand book, which there's a lot of these wands that we carry, and a lot of them being made all over the world now for acupressure, reflexology, massage, and energy work. And this is probably the most comprehensive work on that available, again coming out of Germany. Then we have The Healing Power of Gemstones, which is the best overall book on gemstones from the Ayurvedic perspective from India. Then of course we have Love is in the Earth by Melody, which is one of the classic works of modern crystal healing books. This is a new one called Protect Yourself from Electromagnetic Pollution by Using Crystals, which is excellent in terms of taking care of your environment or creating a healing space. Then we have The Secret of Metals, which is coming from Rudolf Steiner's perspective on metals, and it's actually quite an amazing work, one of the only things out there that is both lofty and also very usable in terms of understanding the energetics and healing qualities of metals. Then we have the Crystal series by Katrina Raphael, which is one of the most enduring series of books on crystal healing, written in the 1980s but still relevant, talking about quartz and a lot of the modern crystal healing stones. And also she has a new book called Crystalline Illumination, which was the first book she's put out in almost 20 years, which has a whole new way of working with crystal healing. And also this book called Crystal Healing is one of the few, by Katrina Raphael again, one of this trilogy, which now has this fourth book available, that has the most information on laying on of stones, sort of the therapeutic laying stones on the body of any book that's available at this point. Then we come to Robert Simmons and Naisha Azian's books, the Book of Stones, which has become pretty much the standard. I call it the new Bible of the crystal healing world. About 500 stones with full color pictures and multiple perspectives on their healing qualities, as well as there's also Stones of the New Consciousness, which this is a 7-DVD set of a workshop that's a companion to the newest book by Robert Simmons called Stones of the New Consciousness, which has new stones different than the ones that are in the Book of Stones. It does have some that repeat from here, but has new information and new perspectives, and it's excellent. And also, for those who might not know, Robert Simmons actually wrote this book with his wife Kathy about moldavite, and it's the most extensive work on moldavite, which is a powerful healing stone as well, back in the 1980s. Then we come down to here, and again, quartz crystals are one of our specialties, and we have these two books which are excellent on quartz crystal. This one, Crystal Personalities, has about 77 different crystal formations with very clear diagrams and great write-ups on the healing qualities, the best overall reference to quartz in terms of the formations that's available. And then this is a visual guide, which is also excellent with a lot of the primary formations that are significant in quartz in terms of healing. Then we have the Stones Alive series, which have a lot of new stones, even on beyond the things in the Book of Stones. We have the Crystal Ally cards. It's a card set and book by Naisha, who co-wrote the Book of Stones. A great, great work, an excellent oracle. Then we also have books that are on gems from a physical perspective without the healing aspect, just the geology and the mineralogy. This is one of the best, Rock and Gem by the Smithsonian. And also these in terms of mineral reference books for kids all the way on up to adults and even people who've been into this for a while. Then we also have here Melody's newest book, which is quite an amazing thing. It's a hardcover with pictures of everything that you might have seen in her Love is in the Earth paperback book is in here with full color pictures. And that just came out about a year ago. Then we have a book called The Tourmaline, which is a beautiful book that is worth its weight in gold, I would say. It has half of the book is illustrations of tourmaline slabs and tourmaline specimens from all over the world, and also chapters on the healing qualities of tourmaline throughout history. This is an amazing coffee table book. And lastly, we have this book by Lawrence Stoller called Frozen Light. And it is an excellent book, pictorial of Lawrence Stoller's work, who's an artist that we carry here, who's a gemstone carver and quartz magician. Amazing, amazing book. And so all of these are available at pointsoflight.net, and thank you very much.